wires where I wanted to originally. Because all underneath here was that boggy shit. Oh, I've got rice and stuff in here. They are feeding them good. Well, I've got hungry pen animals for sure, but not much I can really do throughout winter. Dinosaur's in serious pain, so he's in a insulting spree. But yeah, shit's getting made. Like, they look like they're cooking stuff. I keep losing power. What I'm thinking about doing is if I can, because like wind power doesn't always do it. When I get the geothermal, that's really going to like rocket this off. But that's going to be a while. And I'm starting to look like I'm going to need more power than this. Let's see. I kind of want to build one that's like here, give or take. And then kind of like go off like that. Just like a little bit extra. I don't know if that's going to be covered by the snow and this is going to be a problem for up in here. But that shouldn't be touching where they're built, right? It sort of is, but is this one? That one's not. Okay. So this one, I kind of can't do the same thing. So if that's the case, I really do like having a lot of like similar designs and patterns and stuff. This doesn't go all the way up to there, does it? No. Oh, you guys are hunting them now? Cool. Well, I'm going to stop that. This was always going to be an issue with putting in more stuff. And I initially thought what I was going to do is put another set of like wind turbines probably to the end of these and see how that goes. If I have the space. My only problem is I have a couple of pens where that's not really the case. But I am pretty certain from memory, I'm pretty sure you can have these underneath these and it doesn't really have a problem with it. I think. Like, there's only one way to find out, and if I'm getting more solar from this than I'm getting from that, I'm not really that bothered by it, I guess, would be the best way to say it. So, I guess the main thing is I can't have these all symmetrical, can I? I can have at least 2 sets on the map, like this one and the one diagonally down from it, I think. But let's put a couple in here. And that's probably going to give me quite a lot. Actually, fuck those 2. This will give me 4 extra solar panels there. This one I can't kind of do it because of that. Honestly, it's because of that one little like notch there. If I was to take it down probably by 1 more, I could probably fit it, I reckon. It'd mean just like the smallest bit less of a pen, but I reckon I could probably do that. Either way. This is the only other one that I can mimic the one up the top. I would say I'm just going to do that these 2 can stay fucking symmetrical to the extent that they can. And these ones I'm just going to have to honestly go with what I've got. And just deal with the fact that I can't have nice things on every map. The solar's back at least. So that's going to give me a massive boost on this end. And I'm going to massively boost this end as well. This has got mountains though. Where's mountain range? Okay, so that's not bothering where it is. I would have thought it would have shown up. Maybe it's this one? Yeah, okay. So it is some of it. Okay, alright. It's fine. Probably shove those 2 there. And honestly, one just kind of like back here somewhere. There. Cool. I don't think that was... Yeah, okay, that one's safe there. And shove a couple up here. Alright, that's 3. I think I had 4 for this one up here. So these ones are going to have a little bit more power, which is kind of okay, honestly, because I've got like... I don't have a huge growing field on that side, but I do have a massive one on this with all these solar lights. It requires so much power. So I don't really mind boosting up this end. This end's not really going to need that much, but I mean, some boost would be good. This one's got the potential to have 2 geothermal things. My only problem with this is that if I do connect it to that one, I am going to have to like move the electricity out. Although it does go the other way as well, so I'm not too worried about it. Worst case scenario is it doesn't meet right here. I should get rid of this thing too. It's not really here nor there, but where is it there? Deconstruct. There we go. Yeah, okay, so how are these animals doing? That one's just pregnant. What about guinea pig? Piglet, chicken. Okay, a lot of them have malnutrition. God, these pigs are breeding a bit. I only had 2 to begin with, and I'm seeing quite a few piglets in here. So, yeah, anyway, there's a lot of blood and stuff in here. I'm guessing there's a bunch of, like, downed animals and stuff. Cool. I'm hoping that these are enough egg boxes. They are using them. Oh, my caravan. That's okay. They're due to move out anyway. Okay, off they go. And, yeah, okay. I know that the next thing is going to have them attacked. I'm going to take everybody, but I'm going to send this lot home with maybe 2 people. So let's grab all that. Cloth. I don't really want this, but I can sell that. Sandstone blocks would be great. I don't need any of the dead. We'll take weapons, though. I don't want to take any clothes. None of their tattered shit. That's not. Right, there's a couple of things in here that were actually good. There was like a couple of like prize items, I guess. Okay, so I wanted to take some granite back with me, so I probably will. I'll see what I can carry, because there's also a good amount of like marble and shit. I've got good marble at home though, so I don't need that much, but holy shit, I can almost carry that much. How's about we just halve that to about 30 odd rocks? Maybe even just make it a little bit more than that. What do you call it? I guess this will be 2, make it 33, be 35 rocks that I bring back. And they'll give me plenty of granite, they'll give me some sandstone. And yeah, I'll get some more sandstone from some other places. Because eventually they'll use the granite for special, like, statues and shit like that down the track if I've got enough supplies for it. So I'll hit send, but what I really want to do, I need to split this. And I want to take, the big thing I want to take is all the rocks. And I don't want to take any of the silver. I'll take that. I'll take this and that. Take this away from them as well. Well, actually, yeah, no, we'll take that away because if I find a trader, I might be able to sell it. Just like the couple of good items of clothes. So what I want is I want to take all the prisoners. I want to take him because he's down. I'm going to need to take probably somebody. Norman's already kind of done his use. Most of these people are hurt. Chris was slow as piss. So we're going to take him. He can deal with carrying this lot home. And with this, I'm going to need a lot of the animals. What I'm going to do is I'll take some of the riding animals. I'll leave the ones that are pregnant though, because they'll obviously reproduce during the trip. Well, they may reproduce during the trip, I should say. There's a good chance that they will. But anything that's not, I'll take with me. Yeah, that's a bit much. No, actually take that. I've got a small amount for food that I've still got to take yet. That one's pregnant. I'll take an extra horse. That will give me good food amounts. So I don't really need a huge amount of medical stuff because they're about to go off to a fight, but we'll take 3 of that. I obviously used up all the other medical stuff. Take the milk. Take the panther meat that we got somewhere. Don't know where we got that. And I'll take probably like 100 of that. I don't want them to have too much, but I do need them to have just enough to get back. 7 days of food should be sufficient to get them home. The other group having so much more will be better. And we're very close on that. I may actually be able to drop one of the foals, calves or whatever back into the other team. Maybe this one? Yeah. Okay, extremely close. So I'll just take whatever else it will let me take. There we go. Perfect. They'll have 8 days of food, and he can head home with all the prisoners and the gear. That'll be a bit of a slow caravan anyway, but I'm hoping since it's winter, it's going to be better than taking them up and then down. It'll give them, you know, at least a better chance of getting home. So I guess they're resting by the look of it. Where they got to go anyway? That one's going to go straight down, and that one's going to go straight forwards. They're just going to walk up a little bit together. All right. That's so many animals. I'm actually doing all right with the animals. The problem is I have substantial amount for what I'm actually training. I'm not getting a lot of panthers going on, which is a little bit frustrating because I wanted more panthers. Turkey can go to. I am just trying to get rid of the ones that are injured. I know I could keep them. I know I could heal them, but if I can, I just want to kind of like avoid that. You look like you're probably the adult sow, but I've got a couple. Might be alright. I'll keep you. I'm not training you, but I'll keep you. You're good for selling. If nothing else, good for selling. Okay. So at the moment we've got rolling blackouts because I don't have any stuff. If they could do something with this, it would be great, but I don't think they can. Like, they were able to smash mechanoids, but they weren't able to make anything with that. By the look of it, though, I could have a very, very light drug production going on with the smoke leaves and stuff. If I could honestly guarantee that my people stay the fuck away from it, I would, because that would be good sellables. But it's not a priority right now. That's when I need, like, when I've got probably 50 plus people and I really need that money. Why is this thing alive? That shouldn't exist. It's still winter. I was wondering why it's going like this orangey tinge. I'm like, what's going on? Really just late afternoon. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, I got some more beds made. All right. Normal. There's an excellent. So we got one. There's another excellent. Go up there. Go away. And my biggest thing is if I end up with a spare excellent, I'll probably just stockpile that for another bed. It looks like I've only got like this one left to go. And if that's an excellent, I'll just slap it up there. How's the temperature in here? It's 2 degrees. It's probably bad temperature, eh? Yeah. Okay, well, anywho, you guys are making a great deal of pemmican. And while that's not a bad thing, I just have to wonder what's the deal. They've got a lot of carnivore meals. I've got a substantial number available for this, honestly. And they are choosing to make carnivore meals. Pemmican versus simple meals. Let's swap that over. I normally don't, but I know in the long run I'm going to want a few more simple meals for like around the base. I also want to put a nutrient paste thing in somewhere, but I'm not even sure where I want to put that. So I haven't had one for a very long time. I'll probably end up putting it maybe in the dining hall. Let's see, it synthesizes edible nutrient paste from organic feedstock placed in adjacent hoppers. Contains less ingredients and time than any other meal production. Nobody likes eating nutrient paste except raw food, but not rough plant matter like hay. Okay. So yeah, I will probably end up making one of those, at least one. Like, I did find that when I used to have this, nobody did actually eat it. Dude, not in the kitchen. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, that whole meal is, like, dangerously sickening now. Okay. Kittens are running through this place. So I've got a few beds made for them. Just seeing if some are using it. Some of the cats are. I don't want to kick them all out of down the bottom until they maybe, yeah, here's a couple of the cats in it. Yeah, if they can move up into these beds, that would be great. I'm going to have a lot of bedrooms, and each bedroom's going to have 2 pet beds, so it's a substantial amount. Especially since, like, you count it, like, I've got a lot of beds. I actually have more bedrooms dedicated than probably any of my bases ever. It's been one of the best layouts I've done that's actually including, like, people's beddings. Okay, so that yielded no beds. I've just got to get one more excellent. That's all I've got to do. Maybe if they take these ones apart, it'll be nearly enough for another bed. Alright, well these batteries aren't, like, I just saw them flick on then, but they're not really doing much. If I can get them across the quarters, because that one has a shit ton of like energy in it at all times. What I will probably do is if I start getting good energy surplus like that, I might make more batteries, maybe. I'll find out. But right now, this side and these bottom parts are where they really need more electricity made. And I'm thinking, because it doesn't really matter too much. Like, my only problem is if I put these down, I kind of like put stuff under them to stop them from growing trees and shit blocking them. So for me, they're generally only good wherever I'm putting like a floorboarding and nowhere really else. But yeah, there's muffaloes. So I'll see about harvesting some muffaloes. And somebody made some legendary work too. Jet. Some light level pants. Legendary. That'd be good. Oh, we've got one that's escaped me in the past. Well, you don't get to rejoin. That's just how it is. I'll take the other ones, but you don't get the luxury of coming back. Oh, of course somebody wants to fight me. Let's see. We're not going to give up anything, so of course we're going to fight. I didn't actually see how many people are going to attack me. Hold on. Gordon and Rick. Body modder, abrasive. Your problem is you're going to bitch about not having mods every time you don't have a mod. Although you do have 2 fucked up eyes, so that could be a thing. And you, underground or aesthetic. Both of you I would take with me. I see no great problem. Gordon's not so much as Rick. Where's my people? Okie dokie. Is this... Yeah, this is the one that's going off to the battle, isn't it? Okay, if I was to take a prisoner, it would probably be easier to shove them up in like a corner around here or something. Is this steel? It is steel. Okay, orders. Let's remove all that. And probably the roof too, just in case, and the flooring, because that looks like some kind of good flooring. All right. Now, move you guys up to here. I think we're pretty good. I think they've only got knives and a club, so we should be fine. I'll probably decimate them, honestly. Go. All right. You guys branch out and you go where you got to go. We should be fine for this, honestly. Like I said, I'm expecting them to die more than anything. Once one person's been shot down, the other guy will run. One's been hurt. Rick's been hurt now. Both slowed down. Alright, Rick is trying to escape. He'll probably die. There we go. Alright. So you lot all just do some harvesting and stuff for a moment. Like I said, I would take them, but they weren't particularly my priority. I heard this thing just howling. Okay. That's fine. We did that. If you guys can just take this apart, because this is slate. I might make it as like all that shit's mine, because you'll probably take it apart a little bit faster that way. Okay. They've got 4 days to really kill them, and I'll I'd like to get rid of this thing, but it's not really going to hunt anything of mine that I'm too worried about. Yeah, alright. How's the animals here going? The reason why I don't take back the animals that have escaped, I used to, but all I found was that they took a lot longer to retame. It was very frustrating. It was more frustrating in the sense like it was a waste of a time to try to do it. I am going to just, I know it's pretty late in the temperature thing. I'm just going to throw a couple of these in here. Actually, throw it that way. That will heat this up a little bit. Not that it's any point in it. Like I said, my biggest problem is I don't have steel. I haven't gone by anybody that has steel either. It would have been great. Do these say, I know I clicked on it the other day and it did say if they were restocked. 2% ally. Doesn't say if anybody's specifically restocked. But yeah, I would rather wait until it's spring to try to get a group out. It's a lot faster to move around. More efficient, basically. I don't mind winter. It's like one of the few times where I can really like sit here and work on my base. Okay, Nitro's made a plain leather duster masterwork. Yeah. Beyond that, I don't know. Here's Let It Go Frenzy. Spring is usually very busy, and it's unfortunately the time when I get attacked the most, which pisses me off because I really just need that time to do stuff. Well, this corner is probably going to need more power, more than any other corner. So what I'm thinking is when I can get these up and running, like this corner's going to need it. It also doesn't help that I have all these turrets now connected to power. That's probably 90% of what's culling my power. They do use it. If that's the case, I'm going to need more than just solar. And even if I had these, it's not going to do that much. Because I'm still going to have to research so much to get there. See, I could probably, honestly... I thought about doing it this way, but it's got to be just outside of there to count. I think that would kind of work. Like I said, the only way that I can really like duplicate this is where it's actually on the two corners. But this will give me an extra set of power for these two corners. Except for here might have a problem. Maybe because of the blocks behind it. I'll have to see about excavating them. This will give me some more mining stuff too. I think this will be a collapse here, probably. I don't know. By the look of it, maybe not. White's in an exalting spree. I'll remove this part and I'll hope for the best that that's not actually a mountain coverage type thing. Okay, leave you alone. Okay, I don't think I could duplicate this that way. Try. And see if it works. I mean, if it works, it's great. If not, it's going to go on that side of the fence, isn't it? Yeah, there's stuff in the way of that one. Any way I could do that would be to bring the fence up probably level with there. And that's not that great. Here I could do it. Try it. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to work or if it's just going to completely fuck up these options, but I mean, some of it's not going to work as well because there's going to be some trees in the way. I am trying with it. Maybe two more up there. And while I can't do that, I could potentially do that, but that's also in the way. Yeah, that gets in the way there too. All right. Oh, no, you didn't. I don't know where you think you are, but you're sure as shit not giving up. Okay, everybody. Just actually, if you can, just get down over here. Somebody's got this thing. All right, it must be weeks. Down you go. All right, everybody go back to what you're doing. It's the most passive way that I can possibly do that. She's only given up because she's got like the pain from that, but she should be fine when she comes back out of it. Save it, because worst case scenario is she does get up from that and she's, you know, leaves. Can any one of you guys just rescue her? I mean, you've got the one person that wants to like leave the base. They gave up and they're like ready to go. And they're just like left on the ground somewhere. The only good thing is I had one of those. It's the most pain-free way that I can possibly do it. Like, she's in shock. She'll be out for a little while. People tend to her, so if she's got any other problems, like while she's in pain, she'll be out. It won't be so bad. But yeah. Alright. Well, I can check on these guys. They've done a good job at that. We got some steel. Not a lot, but it's 100 or so that's some steel. That should be good to go, I think. Keep moving. On the caravan up to there. Oh, Phoenix has just come and sat next to me and he's watching the screen really attentively. He's like, oh, so what do we plan today? Like, what's going on? What's happening? I will take my granite blocks. They do have sandstone chunks, and I do want that. Take your shitty weapons. I don't want to take any of your other stuff. But we'll take some of these. I don't want to take, like, all of them. Because it's basically putting me over the edge there, but... I'll try just 30. And keep me moving. This group's nearly home. Yeah. Good thing is they're almost home, so they'll be alright. Save that as the other Asora. Oh. And Nina's in a daze. I might actually stop here. Might just stop and save. And should be playing 7 Days to Die tomorrow. I'm still looking for that book. I was just thinking, just in case I'm having any issues with the audio, I'm not going to know until I'm actually stopped. It'd be better if I stopped sooner than later, just in case. But let's see, that's all of my things. Yep. All right. So obviously, like, I've still got a little bit to do with some areas, and it's still kind of in winter, which is frustrating. But as soon as it's spring, if I've got enough money, I'll probably end up sending people out everywhere. But I do also want to make, where are they? Pause. I want to make more of these. I'm pretty sure, what are they? Not the research things, sorry. I want to make Mystic, these comms consoles. They require a fair bit of steel to make. Once I've got a few of these and a few orbital trade beacons up in like storage areas, what's basically going to happen, I might actually just throw them down now just quickly. So that won't be too hard to like get it all coveraged. There. Okay, that's where I'd have them. And this, I don't know where I'm going to put this yet. But since this is kind of like the general research area, I'm guessing it's going to get slapped in here. It just has to connect to that stuff. The only problem is you can't move this once it is down. You have to destroy and remake it. And all I'm thinking is this side here, sorry, has the most stable power, and I don't really want it inside something. So maybe I can throw you there. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So now I've got that. I'll just quickly save over everything again. I just didn't want to forget that I have it, because that's going to open me up to international, like, what do you call it? Interstellar trade. So whenever certain things go overhead, I might be able to trade extra. And because I have got like so much stuff here, it prevents me from having to travel anywhere, which means if somebody comes overhead and they've got steel, I can make the trade and just save myself a whole heap of effort in doing like a caravan or something, you know? And at the moment, I've only got such a small area to trade from. It'll work out so much better. But that's where I'm going to leave it today. Sorry, this is a bit short, but I just want to make sure everything's good on like my, video save and everything. So I'll be back with 7 Days to Die tomorrow and then PUBG. All right. I'll see you.